Bam. The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new Cardano video and happy new year. This is the last day of the year, so I'm hoping that the year can end in green, and right now it looks like that. You can see this green candle on the screen. It's pumping. It's a 1 hourly time frame, but it's still pumping. Everything looks good and nice. And what I'm going to show you in this video is that Cardano right now, not right now, but it did hit some kind of bottom. It is hit some kind of very important support levels, and we are bouncing off of those support levels. So I'm going to show you that. I'm also going to show you some kind of resistance line that needs to be broken to the way towards the upside and stuff like that. But overall, right now, we are at least until next year, we are a little bit bullish, right? So, we take what we get. That said, let's go and check out what's happening up here. So you can see here this big line on the 1 hourly time frame. It's breaking all of these three. This is 10, 20, and 50 moving average on the 1 hourly time frame. So if we can close in the next 5 minutes, maybe even before this video is finished, if we can close in the next 5 minutes above these moving averages up here on the 1 hourly time frame, this looks very good, and looks like it just might continue pumping towards the upside, and that's like the best case scenario. Now, before we actually go and talk about certain resistance line towards the upside, I want to show you that this down here, actually this down here was actually the bottom. So for this, we're going to go into the bigger time frames up here, and we're going to turn off the moving averages for a second up here. And what I'm going to show you up here is let's start with the RSI. On RSI, what you're going to see here is that we hit some kind of very low levels on the RSI down here. This is 27 levels down here on RSI. That's right up here. And what you're gonna notice is that every time you hit these kind of low levels on the daily time frame, like over here, you can see this is some kind of bottom, right? We like these things, right? And down here as well, some kind of bottom towards the upside. Of course, this is a Corona dump that went all the way down. So these levels do not happen that often. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 4th time this has actually happened. But every time we get to these low levels, it indicates some kind of bottom, right? So we are hoping that this is going to continue. Of course, history doesn't always repeat itself, but we do hope it's going to continue going this way. So right over here, we did hit some kind of bottom, and that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Cardano right now is up 1%, while a lot of other coins are up a little bit more than that. So it's not that bullish, but it is bullish enough. And I think the bullishness will come back as soon as we start climbing towards the upside, and everybody, gets the taste back of what Cardano used to be. Now, the second thing why Cardano is bullish is this line up here. Let's see up here. Give or take, this is daily, no, sorry, it's on the weekly time frame, something like this up here. You can see this line up here on the weekly time frame. It is showing us that we are at some kind of bottom, because you can see all of these wicks up here, right? They are confirming that it's some kind of bottom. Are we at the bottom? We are at some kind of bottom, guys. We dumped down something like what's that? Something like 64% towards the downside. It is time for some kind of move towards the upside. Now, how big move is gonna be? That depends. Now, the bullishness and the bearishness on the charts is determined by how many resistances you can break. That means bullish, or how many supports you break, that means bearish. So when you are holding support and you are breaking the resistance, you are bullish. So the fact that we are holding support, bullish, but we need to break the resistance upside to be even more bullish and continue the bullishness towards the upside. So let me show you some kind of resistance levels that needs to be watched now that we are going towards the upside. There are two on the weekly time frame. There are two resistance level up here. This is the one. You can see here that we went all the way up to that resistance, and we failed to break that. We went up, but we are still below that resistance. So this 1.461 level is important level to take notice of. The second one is all the way up here at 167. You can see that we came almost all the way there. So these two resistances, at least in the short term, they are very, very important. And the third one is all the way up here at the top at 2.3, and then of course we got all the way up here, all-time high at 2.9. But by the time you get above 2.9, you already know you are kind of bullish, so we are not looking at that. But these three resistance lines are very, very important now that we are on the way towards the upside. There are also some moving averages that need to be taken into consideration, especially this yellow one. This is the 50 moving average, and that's right up here. That's 158. Let's change the color on the moving average so you can just see it a little bit differently, not on text, online. something like this. So the green line, that's the moving average, that's the 50 moving average, and the second one, the 10 moving average, is also important, but not that important as the 50 moving average. And the second one is all the way up here at 2.02. Now you can turn off the moving averages so you can see it. So these are all the resistance line that, the way I see it, that are very, very important to show bullishness. It's not enough to just hold the support. You also gotta break resistances towards the upside. Just like we are breaking the resistance towards the upside right now. On the small time frames, you can see here we are breaking 10, 20, 50 moving average, still 57 seconds to go. Are we gonna close up above this level up here? Yes, we are. See, this is the resistance up here. We are breaking that right now. Next 49 seconds, we're gonna see if we can actually break it. But breaking resistances towards the upside shows bullishness, and that's what we like. That's the best kind. The holding the support is not as bullish. Holding support is good, but breaking resistance is even more important. 33 seconds left, so let's see how this actually gonna play out. We're gonna come back to that. I'm not gonna just wait 30 seconds left for this to play out, but let's go to a little bit bigger time frames. You're gonna see here on the 4-hourly time frame that we got this 200 moving average, also very important, with 20 moving average right now. So this is very short-term technical analysis, and this is a very short-term resistance that we need to break after we break this level up here. This is at 1.35, but best case scenario, it's not actually going above this level up here. I mean, best case scenario is going up above this level up here, but very good scenario would be going up above this top up here, closing the 4-hourly in the next 3 hours, closing above 136. If you can close above the 36, this might be seen like some kind of double bottom down here, and that we can actually continue towards the upside. Now let's go back to the 1-hourly, because 1-hourly closed, and what you're gonna see here is the 1-hourly closed all the way up here, above these levels up here, above the moving averages, and that's why we are continuing pushing towards the upside, because we are technically bullish, and this is the best thing you can actually get. So when you're looking at on the long-term chart, let's just remove the moving averages up here. This is the daily time. Let's go to the weekly time frame. It's easier to see. So when you're looking at the long-term chart, also we're gonna remove these two down here that we just drew. So when you're looking at the long-term chart, what you wanna do, ultimately, you want to break the resistance towards the upside. Now, I'm not confident or not confident about breaking these, but what you want to see is you want to see closing above these lines, and as soon as we close up here above this what was that, 1.67, we got technically very, very little resistance all the way up to some kind of 2 levels up here. And I think you're gonna see a big pump. If you can manage to get above 167, you're gonna see some kind of 20% pump all the way up there. 20% pump, because between 167 and 202 there is not much resistance, there is not much you know, happening, there hasn't been much trading. So between these two levels, you know, the pump is gonna pump a big time. But until we get to 1.67, it can be a little bit choppy towards the upside. Now let's see how this looks on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can see that we are still down here, so we still got a little bit more to go, but doesn't matter how much we have to go. This is a very nice start. This might have been some kind of bottom down here that we went towards the upside. Right now we created a higher low, we are creating higher highs, we are going towards the upside. So we're gonna see how much this actually can push through and stuff like that, and how much bullishness we can get out of this. But this is a very nice start, guys. This is a very nice start, especially on the 1-hourly time frame. You just look at a 1-hourly time frame. This is a very nice start towards the upside right now, and that's the best you can actually hope for, a nice start towards the upside. Now when Bitcoin pumps and altcoins are pumping with it, what more can you ask for? Anyways, guys, have a nice new year celebration if you want to celebrate it. If you celebrate that, happy new year. Enjoy the the last day. Hit the like button on the way out, and that's that. See you around, guys. Bye bye.
That was genius.
Thank you.
Great job.
You guys did it. No, it's you.